guys, I'm Cats at Ore. This is my very first video. And I'm going to find my brother's tripod. Because I have a surprise for you. Mr.Saftey, please watch this because it got to have something to do with Sparta.
What?
Sparta's going to teach us data analysis.
Oh my god, I only got 110.
110?
Ow.
I beat you!
Yeah, on that game you did. You hit the wrong one.
Sparta, whenever you're ready to teach us, just go ahead.
Hey, D.
The range is a measure of the spread of a data set. The range is computed by subtracting the lowest value from the highest value of a data set. In this module, we will review elementary data analysis. Data analysis includes the computation of the measures of center and spread of a data set. Also, two basic graphical displays of a data set will be covered: stem and leaf plots, and box and whisker plots.
Even the one.
We first begin with the range.
What?
The range is a measure of the spread of a data set. The range is computed by subtracting the lowest value from the highest value of a data set. Consider Samantha's algebra quiz grades. The range of Samantha's quiz grades is found by subtracting her lowest grade of 11 from her highest grade of 20. Therefore, the range in Samantha's quiz grades is 9 points. When trying to determine an average or representative value of a set of data, any one of three statistics can be given. These measures of central tendency are the mode, the median, and the mean. The mode is the easiest of the three measures of the center of a data set to find. The mode is the data value that occurs most often in a data set. The table shows the 10 quiz grades that Samantha received in her algebra class. Notice that 3 of her grades were 18, and this was the most frequently occurring grade. Therefore, 18 is Samantha's mode algebra quiz grade. Now look at Samantha's U.S. history test grades. Notice that there are 3 grades of 80 and 3 grades of 94. No other grades occurred more often. In the case where there are 2 values in a data set that occur more often than any others, each of these values are listed as the mode, and the data set is said to be bimodal.
Well, thanks, Sparta. We're going to take a break.
Okay.
Just for a couple seconds.
Forgot I got all those water jugs out there. They get filled, they get filled, they don't.
Slowly. Okay, Sparta, teach away.
The mean is the sum of all the values in a data set, divided by the number of values. While the mode, median, and mean are all considered averages, the mean is what is typically meant by the word average.
Okay, Sparta, keep on teaching.
Another measure of central tendency or center of a data set is the median. The median of a data set is the value that has the same number of data values below it as it has above it. To find the median, the data values must first be placed in ascending order. The 15 U.S. history test grades that Samantha received have been arranged in ascending order. The 8th test grade of 85 has 7 test scores below it. The median
You just
is
had that
therefore
score, so
85.
I don't believe you.
Now look at
Now don't
Samantha's
interrupt Mr.
algebra
Sparta's
quiz grades.
class.
Notice that there is an even number of quiz scores. When you count in from
Don't
ends,
interrupt him.
there is not a quiz grade that has half the
He's
quiz
doing
grades
pretty
above
good.
it and half the quiz grades below it. In situations like this,
Cat, not
the
more
median is
spoken.
found by computing the average of the two innermost values. Therefore, the median is found by adding 17 and 18 and then dividing the sum 35 by 2. So the median is 17 and a half.
Wow, Sparta, you're smart.
Just as the median divides the data set into 2 equal parts, the quartiles divide it into 4 equal parts. First, the median must be identified. The first quartile, often denoted Q1, is the median of the set of data less than the median. The second quartile, Q2, is the median. The third quartile, Q3, is the median of the set of data greater than the median. Now let's consider some temperature data that Joe gathered over 11 days. How can the quartiles
Sparta
be determined?
is a new teacher.
First, arrange these into ascending order.
I'm not a ma'am.
Then find the median.
I'm a sir.
Because there are an odd number of values, the middle value will be the median. Therefore, the median is 42. This is also known as the second quartile. The first quartile is the median of the numbers to the left of the second quartile, and it is equal to 39. The third quartile is the median of the numbers to the right of the second quartile, and is equal to 46.
Woo!
A box and whisker plot is a graph of a data set using the minimum value, the quartiles, and the maximum value. Box and whisker plots are used to compare distributions of data. Now refer to the last data set. Since the numbers are in ascending order, the minimum is 33 and the maximum is 48. A number line is needed to draw the box and whisker plot to scale. Next, lines are placed at the minimum, quartiles, and the maximum of the data set. Then, a rectangle is constructed by connecting the ends of the lines at the first, second, and third quartiles. This makes the box. Then, the whiskers are drawn by making lines from the middle of the vertical lines at the minimum values and first quartile lines, as well as the third quartile and maximum value lines. The end result is the box and whisker plot. The interquartile range, or
Outstanding
IQR,
job, Sparta.
is the difference between the first and third quartiles. In other words, it is the length of the box in the box and whiskers plot. The IQR for this data is 46 minus 39, which is equal to 7 degrees. A data value that is so far out from the rest of the data is called an outlier. The actual definition of an outlier is a value that is more than 1.5 times the IQR, less than the first quartile, or more than the third quartile. To make a box and whisker plot while taking into account outliers, represent the outliers with an asterisk and shorten the whiskers to the least and greatest values that are not outliers. Joe compared his temperature readings to readings taken by a local airport. He found that he must have recorded the wrong temperature when he measured 48 degrees. The airport had measured the temperature that day to be 60 degrees. The 60 degrees reading would be an outlier because it is more than 1.5 times 7, or 10.5 degrees greater than the third quartile, which is 46 degrees. A circle graph, also known as a pie chart, is a good way of displaying proportions in an
Sparta, we're gonna pause your
organized
class.
manner.